Hey guys, welcome to another Drunk Aether Revolt draft. Wow, what a pack. Okay, so we have about the best card we could open with Aether Sphere Harvester, and we have a Mythic Uncommon with Untethered Express, and good cards otherwise. Narnum Renegade, Scrounging Bandar, and Pacification Array are all top picks, but clearly we're picking the Aether Sphere Harvester. It pretty much dominates games. Pretty easy here. Okay. Now we have Malfist Revolutionary, a very strong card. Just a 3-mana 3/3 with Trample is good, and it will also increase your counters. It works okay with this, possibly increasing my energy count. And Dawnfeather Eagle is a good one too. Trophy Mage can find the Harvester, and I wouldn't mind getting a Trophy Mage, but I'm not going to spend second pick on it, so I'm going to take this Revolutionary. I have upped my arsenal since the last draft. Hopefully you can tell I have a better microphone. The last one was actually a Rock Band microphone, hence the horrendous quality. Right now I am drinking some Jack's Abbey, which I chose because of the bottle cap here. Kind of looks like the legendary cube special set that was released on MTGO. So here we have another green card, pretty strong. Slightly better than that, we have two white cards. I don't know that I want to go into a second color just yet, so I think I'll take the Leopard. And it's not that much weaker than the Aeronauts anyway. Weldfast Engineer is very strong, but does not go with my second pick, and I don't want to get into red and black right now. Leopard it is, and maybe we'll just cut green. Lifecaller's Gift, Lifecrafter's Gift, and Etherstream Leopard are good here. Deadeye Harpooner is pretty good too, and maybe we should be getting into white. I think we'll stick with the Leopard and stay green for the time being. Okay. Sticking with green, we have Implement of Ferocity. There's also Consulate Dreadnought as a possibility, which is decent. Some okay white cards, a decent red card, but nothing to switch over. I think I will stick with this Implement and stay open. Well, here Mobile Garrison is okay, Decommission is fine. If I had gotten into white, then I'd be going with Decommission, but let's just stay open. Mobile Garrison. If you like how this draft goes, or if you don't, you can just leave me a comment to let me know. Tell me what to do better next time. I'm on Twitter at @drunk_drafter, so find me there and get the updates, the releases of these new draft series. Here I think it's Unbridled Growth. Destructive Tampering is definitely a consideration, but I have no red cards yet. I think Unbridled Growth, continuing to cut green, and possibly I will get some Revolt cards next pack. Another Unbridled Growth. This I can sack to enable Revolt, so that's what I'll do. That's a really late Tezzeret's Touch, but I'm not even close to blue-black. Cruel Finality's fine. Modification's okay. I don't see any reason not to take this Unbridled Growth. These we can count as a land, just about, so at most this will be a 16 land deck, and it could be lower than that depending on how many more growths and implements we get. Alright, no green cards, so gonna have to pick another color, and these two are fine. I'll take Salvager. Not sure I'm playing that. Here, Awakening. If we get a lot of artifacts, that will be good. We can animate an artifact or pop up a servo or something like that. Decommission's fine. So a lot of options in the sideboard right now. Here, a Wrangle. Very unlikely we're playing that card, but we have another Lifecrafter's Awakening and a Frontline Rebel. Okay, so with these two, I think I should just prioritize taking artifacts above anything. Here, like any cantrip artifact, Prisms would be great in the Kaladesh pack, but we'll see. We're not quite there yet. Hopefully, having taken a green card out of almost every pack, we will see some great green. So we opened Greenwill Liberator, which is definitely a good card if you can get Revolt, and we are well set up for Revolt, so I think that's a clear pick. Other considerations, this Plunderer Sky Pirate guy is great for adding counters and energy. We don't have any counters yet other than energy, but it's something, and Caught in the Brights would be good if we had dipped into white. But so far we are mono green, and Liberator has a pretty big upside if we can revolt it, especially on turn 2. Alright, I don't think it's worth staying mono green at this point for the Cavalry. Cavalry is awesome, but we have basically the best common, definitely the best black common. I think Daring Demolition is the pick. Alright, now we can look at Cavalry. Chandra's Revolution is a strong removal. Dawn Feather Eagle is great, but we didn't actually get into white. There aren't artifacts that I'm dying to pick up for these Awakenings. They don't actually make a vehicle into a creature on its own, so picking up this Dreadnought is not like an auto win here. I think it's Cavalry, and it's too bad we have to pass that Chandra's Revolution. Alright, here we have Druid of the Cowl, Aetherstream Leopard, Cruel Finality, Destructive Tampering. I think it's Druid. We don't have a lot of 2-drops, so let's fill out our curve and make sure we get to Lifecraft Cavalry levels of mana. Cruel Finality is fine, but not super exciting. It's more like a combat trick than a real removal spell. I think Druid is the pick. Okay, not seeing black cards really. But since we're almost mono green, that's okay. We have Pima Aetherseer. Decent uncommon, we can make people block. It's definitely better than Aether Herder. The other option would be Druid of the Cowl. Or Implement of Combustion, possibly if we wanted to go the Lifecraft Awakening route. But I think I'm going to stick with the green plan and try to figure out what else is open going forward. Sweet. I think cutting green has worked in our favor. I'm going to take Narnam Renegade. It's another one with a pretty decent revolt ability, +1/+1 counter for a 1-mana guy, so 2/3 Death Touch, which we can enable fairly easily given all of these revolt enablers at 1 mana. This is pretty much junk or average stuff. Aether Herder is my pick. Not a fan of hidden herbalists. I could pick it because it's a 2-drop and fills out our curve, but I'm probably going to end up cutting it, so I might as well take Aether Herder. Aether Herder makes a servo, which could be useful for Lifecraft Awakening. So how this Drunk Drafter draft video series works is I will draft a deck and then I'll make a cocktail based on my cards. So that's coming up in round 1. Here the best card is probably Shielded Aether Thief, but I'm feeling like my deck's more aggressive than that. So I either want this implement or the Night Market Guard, and possibly he can crew a vehicle. Yeah, sure. At this point I have no idea why I'll be drinking in round 1. Obsolescence is fine, and Shielded Aether Thief is probably stronger. I think I'll take this and see where we go. I'm unlikely to play any of these cards. This is the easiest one that could slot into any deck. Alley Strangler is similar. Strangler kind of goes with my Demolition, so I guess that's the pick. This is a weird thing to do. I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, no idea what I'm going to be drinking in round 1. I guess if this were Khan's draft, I could drink a lot of gins. Like a flight of gins. Wow, another herder, sure. I'm actually all out of gin, so that's not going to happen. Game hitter, tap mana and drink gin. I'm all out of gin. Okay, well, if I were to stay with green only, we got Ape Tit here, but I think I should just take this Bomb Rock, Bomb Bird. Yeah, this just makes a lot of energy and gets huge and taps things, and attacking is great with this bird on your team. So let's plan on going white. Now, had we taken some of those Caught in the Brights, possibly the worst pacifism ever, still a pacifism, as many have said, that would be ideal. But right now we are looking to go green-white, and the green is strong, and we have a colorless bomb, and if we can get white working too, wow, okay. Some spicy green cards for us. I think Nature's Way is clearly the pick. This will just remove an enemy creature at basically little cost. 2 mana, kill a guy. Hunt the Weak does similar, but costs twice as much. So there you go. This Architect guy is pretty sweet in a high energy deck, and we can produce energy, but how many of these herders are we really going to play? Each one makes 2 energy. So right now I want to take this Nature's Way. If the Architect comes back around, then I'm going to play a lot of energy making cards. Otherwise, another green card might wheel from there. Here, I think Ape Tit is probably the pick. Propeller Pioneer is fine. Decent white card for our deck. Midnight Oil is actually pretty sweet. Draw 2 cards a turn. Maybe that's the pick. And if we end up not getting the white cards, then bring back in Daring Demolition. Sure. Let's see what happens. Black or white will be our second color. Alright, so Hunt the Weak is great, but for curve purposes, I feel like Seed Sculptor is the one. I think you can see on the drink cam that I'm getting there. Ugh. I don't like passing Hunt the Weak, but Seed Sculptor is a pretty solid 2-drop, and to follow that up with Maulfist Revolutionary and add another counter is great. Okay. Fairgrounds Warden. We will stick with the white plan. Green or black don't offer us much here. Fairgrounds Warden is great. Just take out an enemy creature. Yeah, I think actually Fabrication Module goes well here. I could make a lot of energy. Each Leopard and Herder makes energy. So, yeah. The other option would be Fragmentize, which is not especially exciting. I think Fabrication Module is the plan, and these Awakenings are probably not going to do us much good. We have a low artifact count deck. Make a couple servos, so maybe one Awakening would be good. Here, there's a late Veteran Motorist that doesn't at all go in our deck, but for cards that do, Call Prowler is fine. And Takedown's a good sideboard card, which I think is what we're in the market for now. I have a ton of playables. So far, I feel like this deck is decent. Like I said, lots of playables. We're not going to be hurting to fill out our deck. Actually, we probably want 24 cards and then 16 lands. So we're looking for something else to go in here. And it could be Lifecraft Awakening, but I think there's going to be a green card that'll wheel from pick one or two from Kaladesh. And other than that, yeah, well, okay. Toolcraft Exemplar is definitely a good card in some decks. And the best card for us in this pack, most likely. It's not awesome in our deck, but it's not that bad either. I don't know what else we pick here. I wouldn't mind Ornamental Courage since we have no tricks, but okay. Yeah, let's just overload our 3 slot. Okay, I think here, Ornamental Courage. I know we're going to need to make some cuts. So, at the end we got some Sages that are not necessarily that bad for us. 3 energy and a 2/1. That fills out our 2 slot a little bit better and gives us energy to use for this, 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 and this. Also improves Fabrication Module. Still, it's not that strong. We definitely don't want 2 of them. Okay, so Lifecraft Awakening's off the table. I don't think I want any of these cards in my deck, so it's just these 27 we have here, and I want to cut this down to 25 or 24. I don't think we can depend on Toolcraft Exemplar, either for early white or for the artifact on the battlefield. So I want to cut other stuff. Our curve is really low, but clogged at 3. So if I don't need artifacts, that Market Guard is expendable. So is Mobile Garrison. Ornamental Courage is not super exciting. Yeah, I'm sure it's one of those cards. Throwing in some basic lands. Unfortunately, we have a double white card. We also have Unbridled Growth, so at least 5 planes. Okay, so this mana base is going to lose us a game somewhere. But that's just the sort of deck we ended up with. So given these 16 lands, yeah, I think probably a herder. Just chuck one of these guys. They're fine, but nothing special. And that's the deck. I will see you in round 1, and I will have a cocktail for you.